Hello everyone, this is Suresh from Azure ADB. Today our topic is how to get the size of an array or map type using array underscore size function. So this array underscore size function we'll use to get size or length of an array or map column. We'll see how to get this one size and length, and one more thing like how to filter based on the size of an array type column. So these things we'll see in this video mainly. So first we'll see what is this array underscore size function. So it is used to find how many elements are present in an array column. And in array underscore size, so we need to pass the call and it will give you the number of elements in array. If it is empty array, then it will give you 0. If array is empty, array is null, then it will give you null. So it works only on array type columns. So first we'll see the syntax array underscore size, and inside that we need to pass the array. So either array or array column. So if you pass, if you see arguments, so arguments is this array. So this can be an array expression. So what you will get written is you will get an integer value because it gives you output as size of the array. It will give you integer value. So in this video, we are going to cover these topics. So how to count elements in an array and map column, and how to apply filter condition and conditional logic and nested arrays, and what is the difference between size and array size. So first we'll see this one count, how to count elements in an array or map column. So first I'm importing the required functions. So mainly array underscore size and size. And for defining the schema from SQL.types, I'm importing all these types here. So first I'm creating one sample data frame. So the data is like first column is this one, name. So yeah, first column is ID, that is these numbers. That is first column. And second column is, if you see here, the column names I passed in the list. So I given list of columns, and in this first column is ID. If you see here, this is ID. Sorry. So this is a list of columns. So my first column is ID. So that is these things ID, and address, that is this one. So second array of string elements, array of all these string elements, that is address, that is second column. And third column is properties. So that is this one. So this is, can say dictionary. So this is array. This is, you can say dictionary or map type. Because in this video, we are going to cover mainly on array and map column. So this is array column. So this is array column and this is map column. If you see in map column, you'll be having key value pair. So here product is key and BMW is value. So key value and key value. And if you see at some places we have null values, and here if you see the entire array is none, that means empty, and here also this map column is empty, and at the same time not empty, null value. And at the same time, if you see this one array, empty array, and this is empty map type, or you can say map column. So by using create data frame, I'm creating sample data frame by using this data, And if you see here, this data type, initially it is big integer, and address, if you see, array of string, because starting and ending square brackets, and within that we have string elements. And if you see here, this is map type column, and inside map we have key value, and both key and value are string type. If you see here, this product is string and this is string. So if you see all key value pairs, it is string. And here empty array, empty map, this is null value, this is null value. So based on this. And parallelly, you can see here also, if you see address column, that is array type, and inside elements are string type. And at the same time, properties column, so that is this one. See, if you see this type, map type. And if you see key values, so in this key is string, value is string. So that is this key value. So both are string. So now my sample data frame is ready. On top of this, what I'm doing, I'm creating two columns here. So one is on for array column and one more is map column. So in this first column, what I given name is address underscore count. Why? Because if you see my input column address, that is array. So since I'm going to create for array column, I given column name address underscore count. And here I'm using array underscore size function, and inside that I'm passing column name. Column name is address. And at the same time, properties underscore count. So my properties column is this one. So I give a properties underscore count as the column name. And here I'm using size function and on properties. So array underscore size and size both are PySpark functions, and it will give you the same result. Okay, so if I see the result, if I see the result, these are all our input column. And first we'll go for address count. So that is our array column. So here array underscore size, what it does is it will count how many number of elements within this array. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are getting 4. And here we have 1, 2, and empty string also we have. So we are getting 3. And if you see in our input, see here, this is one element and this is one element, and here empty string is there. So we are getting 3 elements here. And one more is, third one is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, even including null also it calculating. So total 6 elements. And here 1, 2, empty string, 2 elements. And here 1 element. And here 1, 2, 3. So 3 elements. And here, since it is empty, we'll get 0. Since it is null, we'll get null. Array size is null. And at the same time, we'll check for struct type also. That means map type also. If you see here, how many key value pairs we have in this. So this is one pair, this is second one, and this is third one. So total we have 3. And here, this is one pair, and this is one pair, and this is one pair. So total we have 3. And here, this is one, and this is one. Here empty string is there, and here also empty string. So total 3 we have. And here, this is one pair, and this is one pair. We have 2. And here we have only 1. So we are getting 1. And here, so this is one pair, this is one second, and this is third, and this is 4. You see here 4. And since it is empty, we'll get 0. And this is null, we are getting null. Okay, so this is how it will calculate the array size for array column and map type column. Next, we'll see how to filter conditions. So that means now I calculated the count, array count I calculated. So now I want to do filter on this column, address underscore count column. So based on this count, I want to filter this data frame. So how I'm going to do on this sample data frame, I'm doing filter, and inside that filter, I'm giving condition here. What condition I'm giving? If this column address underscore count column is greater than 1. So if you go to address underscore count, if it is greater than 1, so greater than 1 is from 2. So we will get these 4 rows and this row. So it will ignore this one, and this one. So finally we'll get 4, 3, 6, 4, 3, 6, 2, 4, 3, 6, 2, 3. So if you see here, you will get 4, 3, 6, 2, 3. So it purely filters on based on this one, since we given filter condition here. And similar way, you can give different condition also. Maybe you can consider both address count and properties count. Then you can give multiple conditions here. So like call of address count is greater than or equal to 1, and call of properties underscore count maybe is less than 2, like that. So you can use multiple conditions also. So depends on your requirement, you can change this filter condition. So next one is conditional logic. So conditional logic means to use when and otherwise function. So it is like if else conditions, similar like SQL and Python. So for using when condition, we had to import from SQL.functions, we had to import when condition. So here what I'm doing on top of sample data frame, I'm creating one column by using with column. That column name is category. So that is this one. So how I'm generating this column is I'm using multiple when conditions. So my first when condition is here I'm using array underscore size function. So array underscore size of address. So this is our initial input column, that is address. So array underscore size of address is equal to 0. Then I need to print array is empty. And if you see in this particular address column, we'll check for which row has array size of 0. And if you see here, this is 0. So since we have empty array, so this is 0. So we can print this one as array empty. Or for doing still to understand more better, what I can update is I can add one more column here. That is array size. So here what I'm doing, I'm adding with column. So with column address count, array size of address. So before that, I will run this one df. So first we required when, and before that we required df. So df is our this one, and I will run this cell also because we are going to apply array underscore size. And one more thing, this array underscore size and size, the difference between these two functions, I already made one video on these functions. So when to use these functions and what is the difference between this. So you can refer my that video in my PySpark playlist. So you'll get more idea on this. So now this is completed. Now I will run these functions also. Now what I'll do, I will come here, conditional logic. So now added this call. So now what I will get, since I used one more with column, so it will get one more column here, address underscore count. It will list down all the values. So first column is address underscore count. So this one is address underscore count. So based on this address column, first it will create the column with array size. With array size, it will create the column. Now based on these values, it will assign the value. So what conditions are given? If array size is equal to 0, it will print. So if you see here, this is 0, array size is 0. So here it will print array is empty. And if I go for one more condition, here when call of address is null, then I need to print nulls in an array. So this address column, in address column, we have null here. So same, we are getting null here. So for this null, I need to print like nulls in an array. And one more condition is, one more when condition, when array size, when array size of address is equal to 1, then single item. So here for this particular row, we are getting 1. So for this, it's printing single item. So next, one more when condition, array of size of address is greater than 1. Then uh, I need to print multiple items. If you see what are the items which is greater than 1. So up to here, these are all greater than 1. So that's why I'm printing multiple items. And here, multiple items. So here I'm not provided otherwise condition. If you want to provide otherwise condition, maybe instead of this when condition, you can write otherwise condition, or otherwise what I will do is here I will add multiple conditions like when array of size, when array of size of address is greater than 1, and I'll give one more condition like undo, and array of size so here address is less than 4, I will give, greater than 4 and less than 5 I will give. So less than 5. So let me rerun this one. Uh, and I need to add otherwise condition here. Dot otherwise. So multiple items. I think multiple items already there. What I'll give instead of multiple items, maybe I'll print like unknown. Let me rerun this one. See here. So what I given condition is So array size is between 1. So greater than 1 and less than 5. So greater than 1 is 2 and less than 5. So 2, 3, 4. So and these 3 also. So these are all less than 5. And what else remaining is 6. So for this 6, based on this otherwise condition, it will print unknown. Okay, so next we'll go for nested arrays. So nested arrays means array inside one more array. If you see here, so here I'm going to create the data frame, spark.create data frame. So here I'm passing data and my columns are ID. So this is ID column and numbers. So column name is this one. So here I'm creating nested array. So that means if you see here, starting and ending one array is there. And inside that I have again arrays. So normally array of string or array of integers or array of double or array of booleans will be there. But here inside array, I am giving one more array. So now my elements is array of elements is again array. See here, this is one array, this is one array, this is one array, this is one array. So this is array of array. So that means nested array. So I have few nuns also here, and I have some empty arrays also we have. And if I create this one, what I'll get is same output I'll get here. See here, same data I will get. And if you see the data type, see here array, and inside that array, and again integers. So this is first array, and after that each array. So that means one more array is there. That array has integers. So it's showing array, and inside that array of integers. Okay, so now on top of that, what I'm doing, this is my this data frame. So up to here, this is the df underscore nest. And here I'm using with column, and my column name is array underscore count. So here what I'm doing, array underscore size of numbers. So that means for this column, I'm calculating the array size. So if you see here, how many arrays are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here 1, 2, 3, 4. And here 1, 2, 3. And here 1, 2. And here 1, 2. Okay, so like this. So here one single inside array, one empty array is there. So that is one. And here null is there. That means inside array we have null. So we are getting as 1. So this is about nested arrays. So next one is we'll see difference between size and array size. So for this, I am creating one data frame. That is, if you see, this is one array of string, and here it is one array of string. And if you see here, this array of integer, and we have single strings, single values. And this is array of integer, here single value is there. But if you see here, array of integers, 3 values. So for each row, a different count is there. Okay, so here I'm trying to define schema also. So my first column is this one. That is my first struct field is employee name. So this is employee name, and data type is string type. So data type is string type. And second column is that is this one. This is known languages. So that is array of strings. Array of strings. So how we'll define array type, and inside that we'll write string type. And third one is new languages. So that is this one. So what is this? Array of strings. So how we'll define array type, and inside that string type. Okay, so next we have this one, third one, that is a rating, and this is array of integer. And if you see here, array inside that integer type. And these two we have string type, that is this one current location and previous location. We have two string types, and these two numbers, we have age and experience. These two are integer types. Okay, so this is how I defined the schema. And by using spark.create data frame, I created the data frame. And you can cross verify the data types. So first node languages, array of string, new languages, array of string, and rating is array of integer, current location, previous location is string type, and age experience is integer type. Okay, and you can see, you can have look how data frame is created. Okay, so yeah, so these two columns are array of string, and this also array of string, and here array of integer, and these two are string and these two are integer. Now what I'm doing here is, here first I'm trying to explain what is the difference between array underscore size and size. If you see first size, we need to import from PySpark.sql.functions import size. So this function is available from Databricks runtime version of 12.2 LTS. And array underscore size, this function is available from 15.4 Databricks runtime onwards. So if you see size, the below example combines the data from present state and previous state and creates a new column state. So here what I'm doing, this is my sample data frame, and by using select method, first I'm selecting my input column, that is employee name, and here I'm using array function. So in array function, I'm defining two columns. One is current location and previous location. So the both columns should be of same data type. So this current location, previous location, both are string type. If you see Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kochi, and you can see in output, see here Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Kochi. So like this, it will combine both the columns. This one array. So what you will get finally, that is array of string. Next, since I'm using select, I'm using alias name, that is column name, job location. And on top of that, what I'm doing, I'm adding one more column. Column name is size, and here I'm using size of job location. So that means these two columns I'm combining. These two columns I'm combining by using array. That means initially these two are string data types. This I converted to array type. So that means array column is created. After creating array column, I am trying to find out the sizes of the array. Since all have two elements uh, inside each array, so we are getting all as two. And next, what I'm doing on top of sample data frame, here I'm creating a column, that is column name is array size underscore 01. So this is how I'm creating by using three columns here. So one is current location, previous location, and size of known languages. And if you see, first one is current location, previous location. So these two, current location, previous location, these two columns, and size of known languages. And if you see known languages, that is this one. So on this column, it will apply size. So what you will get? We will get integer values. So we will get integer values here. So since array, we can create only with all data types will be same. But here, these two are string type and this is integer type. So for that, what I'm doing, this integer type, I'm changing to string type by using cast method, cast string. So now what will happen? These all three is now string type. And if you see this particular column, array underscore size underscore 01, see here, present location, current location, previous location, and size of the array. See here, size of the array we're getting as string type. Okay, so this is first column. And second one, what I'm doing, so here I'm creating one more column, array underscore size underscore 02. Here I'm creating array column by using first one is size of rating and size of known languages and size of new languages. So that means here I'm selecting all integer columns. So one is rating, known languages. So if you see rating, so this is integer column. That means array of integer. And what else is there? One is rating. So one is rating, size of known languages and size of new languages. So this is rating, and one more is size of these two. So for this column, it will calculate the size, and for this, it will calculate the size, and for this, it will calculate the size. So finally, all sizes will be integer values. So those values, it will combine here. If you see this one, array size underscore 2. So that is this one. So all three columns sizes, it will combine here. By using those sizes, it will create the array. Suppose if you see this example, so for this here array of size is array size of rating for this value is 1, and here it is 1 2 3 4 5. So that means 1 5, and here 1 2 3 4 5. So we'll get 1 5 5 will get. So it will calculate for all the columns similar way. And one more column I'm creating, array underscore size 3, that I'm creating by using array of size of known languages. So here I'm passing only one column. So that is known languages. So this one known languages. So for this column, array underscore size of 3, see this 5. So what is the column name? Known languages. So known languages, this one. So this is 5 3 2 3 2 3 5 3 2 3. So it will calculate like this. And similar way, I'm creating one more column using with column. This column name is array size 04. So this how I'm creating. Here I'm using array, and how I'm creating by using size of new languages. So what is new languages? That is this one. So here first size is 5. This is 4, right? 4. So this is 5. This is 1. And here it is 2. And here it is 3. And here it is 3. And so on. So it will create the column like this. And after creating all these columns, what I'm doing, I'm selecting the columns. So here, current location, previous location, rating, known languages, new languages. So up to here, these are all our existing input columns. And whatever I created new columns, so that I'm picking here. Okay, so next, this is size. And one more is array underscore size. So here what I'm doing, same on sample data frame. Here also I'm creating multiple columns like array size. So here how I'm creating is I'm using array and current location, previous location, and array size of known languages. and it is like previous case only. So these two are string columns and array size of known languages. So since it is size, we'll get number, that is integer. So that integer I'm converting to string type by using cast function. So finally we'll get all three string type. So that is array underscore size one. So if you see here, so we'll get a two string and one that size value. And similar way with column array size underscore 02 array, and inside that what I'm giving array size of rating. So what we'll get? We'll get integer. For rating column, we'll get the sizes, array sizes, and similar way here I'm using size of known languages. So here also we'll get integer value. Array underscore size of new languages. So here also we'll get integer value. So, and if you see up to here, it is same except size. So there I used to size. So here I used array underscore size. What additionally I created is this particular column says how I created is by using array underscore size on rating. If I see rating, so here I have 1. So this size will come 1. So that means array of size of rating is for this particular row, it is 1. And what I'm doing, I'm adding two more literal values, that is 5 comma 8. Since I'm directly giving 5 and 8, so I'm not given here like single quote. If you give single quote, it will become string value. So if you directly pass number, it will become integer value. So here I'm getting integer value, and here I'm passing two more integer values. So for this, what I will get is 1, 5, 8. So array of 1, 5, 8 I will get. If you see here, this is array of 1, 5, 8. And similar way, if you see the second one, 3. So first one will be 3 and remaining two will be same, 5, 8. If you see for all the rows, 5, 8 is the common. So only first one will change based on this rating column values. And one more is array size of known languages. And if you see known languages, so known languages is one. So first one is 5. So what will get output? 5, 6, 9. You'll get here 5, 6, 9. And if you see, since we passed literal values, these two, so lit means literal value, it is applicable to all the rows. So that's why we're getting at the end 6, 9 is the common. So only it will vary. First element is based on these known languages. Suppose if you see for this, it will be 0. First element will be 0. Remaining 6, 9 is common. And here this is null. So we'll get null comma 6, 9. And if you see one more thing, one more column, that is array size of new languages and literal value as 1 comma 7. If you see here, new languages is this one. So first one is 5. So what we'll get 5 comma 5 comma this 1 comma 7, 5 comma 1 comma 7. And if you see this 1 7 is common for all the rows because literal value, and only first value will change based on this new languages. And if you see here this one 1, so first element will be 1. See 1 1 7. And if you go here, this is 2 and this is 3. So this is 2, 217 will get, here we'll get 317, and here this is 3, this is null. So this is 3, 317 will get, and here first null is there, null comma 1 comma 7 will get. And on top of that, I'm using select statement and I'm selecting all the columns. So these three input columns and parallelly all these newly generated these columns. So next what I'm doing, I'm filtering the rows where array has more than one element. So for this, what I'm doing, this is my uh, input data frame. So here I'm using filter condition, filter function. So inside that, what condition I'm passing? If call of array size 4. So in this call of array size 4. So this one, and in this, since it is array, these not integers. So this is array. So if it is integers, we can directly mention call of array. That means call of array size 4 greater than 1. But here this is array. So array of integer. So for array elements, how we will access? By using index. So for array, first element we will access through index 0. So array size 4 of index 0 means these first elements. So those elements, if it is greater than 1, display. So greater than 1 means here if you see, except these two, so total we have 10 rows, except these two, remaining 8 will get here. See here, array 4. So except those two records, we are getting remaining all. Okay, so here I covered all maximum scenarios as much as possible on how to get size of on array and map columns. So that's all about this video. If you really like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.